Hello everyone and welcome back. We are going to read another story today. I have Curious George today. This is called Goodnight Zoo. I love this because my favorite animals on the cover. Flamingos. I love them. If you know me, you know I love flamingos. There was a new baby panda just born at the zoo. George had been watching the zoo's panda cam all day. The panda was very cute. Very cute. You know, the zoo's right down the block, said the man with the yellow hat. You can see the panda for your... But before the man could finish, George was gone. George got to the zoo and had one thing on his mind. Baby panda, baby panda, baby panda. But there was so many different paths at the zoo. How could he ever find the panda? Then George saw a big map. Oh, a map tells us where to go. The baby panda's home was right in the middle of the park. The map helped him figure out which way to go. Seeing the baby panda in person was so much better than watching it on a screen. George could look at the panda for hours, and he did. Wow. Before he knew it, it was dark. The panda was getting sleepy. Choo! And so was George. George knew he'd better get home. Time flies when you're watching a baby panda. But when George walked out of the panda habitat, the lights were off. What? That's scary. All the people were gone. Uh-oh. George was locked in the zoo. How would he find his way out? Oh no. What could George do? I don't know. George couldn't remember which path led back to the zoo's entrance. He started in one direction and spotted some keys inside of a hut. Keys open doors, and doors let you out. All George had to do now was find the right door to get out of the zoo. He has to open the door. Uh-oh. But there are lots of doors at the zoo. Guess which one he opened? The lion. George tried door after door. First the penguins, the giraffes, the monkeys, and the bats. But none of them let him out of the zoo. Soon he was back where he started, by the baby panda. And so was the rest of the zoo. All of the animals. George must have forgotten to lock all the doors he opened. Oh no. What fun though, George thought. This is all the zoos should be like. Wow, he's gonna play with all the animals. That is, until he realized that all the animals were waking up. Baby panda, no, no, no. George knew what he had to do. He had to put all the animals back. He went as quickly as he could. Good job, George. But none of the animals seemed happy. Maybe meerkats didn't live on ice. And those giraffes were awfully tall for that small cave. Were orangutans supposed to be in water? George knew that different animals had different needs. He realized, uh-oh, he put the animals all in the wrong place. George needed to get all of the animals back to their correct habitats. The penguins lived on the ice. The flamingos needed water. Oh, luckily, George found an extra map. Now he could easily see where all the animals lived. Meanwhile, the man with the yellow hat was at home waiting for George. He sure had been gone a long time. The man looked at the panda cam. George was still inside the zoo at closing time. Oh no. The man rushed to go find him. Back at the zoo, George had finally gotten the meerkats, orangutans, penguins, flamingos, bats, giraffes, back where they belonged. The animals were happy to be back in their own environment. Phew! Yes, George had gotten everyone home, except for himself. George checked his map. Luckily, he was very close to the zoo's entrance. And even better, the man with the yellow hat was there waiting for him. George climbed over the wall and jumped into the man's arms. "Did you like the baby panda?" asked the man in the yellow hat. George sure did. He took the man's hand, and they walked home together. George was exactly where he belonged. Wow, it's such a fun book. I am so glad George was able to get back all those animals back where they belonged. Good job, George. Thank you guys for reading with me. We'll see you later.